Hey guys, everything's all messed up. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Look at you guys tried to turn on me. I was running late and everybody's tried to mutiny me. Hey guys, s- sorry, my whole thing went kablooey. Give me 1 second. Thanks, guys. Ah. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Hey, can you guys?
Hello. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. How are you guys? Hey, Suze. Hey, you stuck around. I
Hear me?
appreciate you. I think a couple of my things blew up. Sorry about that. Hello. This might be the episode. This might be the episode where everything goes to crap. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Suze, how are you? You didn't come to group. Sorry, I was late. They didn't validate my parking. Yeah, I have to go get it. It's another room. Um, so what happened was, see what had happened was. Well, hold on a second. I have to. I lost some feeds. I think I lost some feeds. So I'm going to see if I can. Ugh, it's 9:30. Let me see if I can get them back. Sorry, guys. This is a mess. So, all right. Anybody that's watching with Facebook, they're out. what, what happened was, so I'm trying to see. I'm trying to get the other ones back. So we're live on YouTube, and the Facebook went kablooey. So what I'm trying to do in StreamYard right now is try to make it reconnect, but it doesn't want to. It wants me to just like delete everything. So I'm going to remove that and re-add it. All right, I think we're getting back. Sorry guys, just kind of deal with me for a second. And I got one more. Remove, and re-add. All right, cool. Yeah, facts. All right, guys, how are you? Give me a second. I gotta get my act together. We're gonna have a super special Dookie episode because everything went to crap and I'm running late. So sorry about that. And if anything, on Coffee Break with JN, we keep it real, right? Oh, thanks, JRD. Everybody, come on in. Sorry about that. I'm sure we lost people, right? Because if something's wrong, then evidently, then they'll never be right. So, thanks for everybody. Oh man. All right. So halfway through the day, I was thinking about all the stuff that I have my hands in. And I don't know how to do a Fletch pose, JRD. We'll have to figure that out. And yo, real rap, I fell asleep. I was sitting on the couch, and the next thing you know, I look up and I'm like, oh shit. And I ran up in here. That's crazy. And it was like 9:09, and I was just like, you ever fall asleep so hard and you wake up and you don't know where you are? And I was like, where am I? I was like, oh shit, I had coffee break. So I had to run, and like there's a thing with StreamYard where if after 10 minutes and you haven't gone live, it starts to cancel the broadcast. And It looks like I caught YouTube right in time, but all the Facebook stuff went dark. Snooze post. Yeah, real rap. So I appreciate you guys coming back around. Thanks for that. Oh my god, yeah. But you know what? It's funny. I was just talking to somebody about naps, and for the longest time, I didn't take naps. I was just like, you know what, man, I'm good. We're good. We got this. And then somewhere in there, your body starts going. You just need to like let's be done for a minute. And sometimes you have to answer the call, but I wonder if there's a difference between a accidental nap, like, oh, I fell asleep and I was driving a motor vehicle, versus I'm just going to lay down for a minute and then you wake up like an hour later and you feel like garbage. So maybe we could start there. Let's talk about naps. Who in the room uh, actively takes naps during their week? Let's throw those ones up. If you're a napper, watch it. Let me get those ones up. Put your ones up. And also to that, Matt, can you take more than one nap in a day? Is there a nap protocol? Like, can you take a nap and then go, I'm gonna take another nap? And then also, if it gets so late in the day and it's night, is a nap just you should just go to bed? Discuss. All right, I gotta go get my coffee. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks. Flesh, that's way too long. Flesh just said my naps usually last 2 hours. I can't tell you what to do, my friend, but I think that's too long. Yeah. I don't take naps voluntarily, but I do nap. This nap. It should be called napnea, not apnea. I hear you. Huh. So do you do that at a certain time, Matt? Like every. Well, I know. I remember reading this thing a long time ago, and it always stuck with me about we all have whatever we have our hills and valleys of our energy through the day, and sometimes it hits like I know I have a energy dip like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just kind of like that's why I usually reach for the coffee. But not that I can take a nap, but I know that's a low spot, and I have to go up. I guess it's time for 3 o'clock coffee to kind of get me right. Um, but yeah, I wonder how you guys, you know, keep talking. I'll be right back. Let me get my coffee. Don't go anywhere. Yo, yo, we're back in the building. All right. Yo, that must be your tactic, JRD. I always have pants on. I don't know where you come from. If you've ever If you've ever done a Zoom and you don't have bottoms on, put a 1 in the chat. Be honest. Matt says, drink a cup of coffee, then immediately take a 15 or 20-minute nap, and you'll be dynamo until bedtime. That sounds interesting. Yeah, I do. Coffee kind of makes me sleepy sometimes. Yo, what up, Kidlet? Sip of coffee for Kidlet. Flesh says, you take a nap once a month. You probably have to be like super tired. All right, you guys. It looks like we're going to have a low crowd tonight. I apologize. Mistakes were made. I was looking forward to coffee break because you remember what we used to say before group. Is it Thursday yet? I was so excited for Thursday. Kind of did too much. I fell asleep. I fell asleep. That's fantastic. Yeah, I guess this is just kind of like a thing of, we talk about self-care all the time. We talk about, making sure you're doing right by yourself, and making sure you're smelling the flowers or drinking your water or whatever. Flesh is out of control. But then when you actually have to like push the button, sometimes people don't like it, right? And not to get all into like current events, but it makes me think about the young lady from the Olympics, the gymnast. I know her name, right? And then there was the tennis pro. I know her name too. And is it even, do we have space in our world to go, okay, you're the top flight performer, you can't have a mental episode now. This is the Olympics. You can go cry after this is over, or you can go have a breakdown after this. Is it I mean, it is selfish, but do you feel that they owe that to someone? Like, if I don't know, I guess that's a sticky subject. I don't want to get too spicy with things, but it's kind of like, we all kind of say this thing like, oh, well, I need to take a break, or you know what, you need to take a day off. Yeah, I know, but I can't. Well, I know you can't. I just wanted to say that to make you feel better. But if you actually take the day off, people are like, yo, have you seen Fletch? Oh, I don't know. He said he was taking a day off. Well, I don't know. It's always kind of like a 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Yeah, what's up, Ross? You take too many naps. So what I was thinking about is the thing with naps. Oh, yeah, here you go. Oh, this is going to be a deep group tonight. Pause. JRD says there's no crying, and baseball was funny, but did more damage than people realize. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a cost that has to be paid when you push people and push people and push people, and then at the same time say, you know what? Don't work too hard. Be nice. Be good to yourself. Yo, what up, Adam? Read Punk Taco. And then when you actually say, look, I gotta punch out. I can't anymore, or I can't right now, or I need a break. Do we give people that space to actually take that break? I know that sounds kind of deep, and that's not really what happened to me on the couch, but I'm just thinking about, are we actually nice to ourselves, or nice to the people we work with, or people who are just like struggling? Can you go, listen, Ricky? I see I see you like the last couple of weeks you've been really jacked up. Why don't you just take the weekend off? No, I know, and I know you need the money, and I know all this. Let's worry about that another time. Just go, I used to say to one of my work study, just go sit under a tree and read a book. Just like get yourself right. And I don't think there's a lot of space for people to have those kind of people in their lives these days. Yeah, Fletch. Mental health issues need to be addressed and accepted more in society. Everybody has issues. Facts. JRD says our society has indoctrinated the idea of giving everything of yourself to your career. 10 days of leave a year, when countries in Europe give as much as 4 times that as a minimum. Yeah. We can't be nice to ourselves. We are not allowed. Not until one of us snaps and pops up a mall. Right? Yeah, I think there's a price. There's a price to pay for that. But anyway, I'm going to kind of reel this in a little bit. This is that's not how I want group to proceed tonight. So let me try to shake this out. And then I know we're already half an hour in, but let's start off with a good ID. You're watching Coffee Break with JN, with your boy JN. Jamar Nicholas is my government. Sleepy McGee to some. Kevin Scrapple to others. Your internet safe space of best friend. Well, hello. What's going on here? How did we get here? Well, you happen to hang around for an extra 10 minutes to see what happens. To watch me, cartoonist Jamar Nicholas in good standing, drink this coffee and run his mouth. And when I'm out of coffee, you know what happens. Video over. End of line. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks so much for sticking around. I know we had some technical difficulties at the beginning, but we're here, baby. We're here. Group is here. And while I'm at it, let's get a GLO. Good looking out to those GLOs, my Patronuses over at my Patreon campaign, who give me a little of themselves every month, and I hope I give back in some way that benefits your life and enriches your experience on this globe. Thank you so much. If you're interested in how you can get to be a part of the JN Army, the JNN, the Jamar Nicholas Network, check out my Patreon. For the price of a dirty chai latte, you can get on the big win. You can get on this bus. Thank you. Oh, you know what'll make everything better? I know it'll make everything better. You know what's going to happen. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one, you guys. I was feeling it. I was feeling the Sue's energy. The Suzosity was popping. You know about Suzosity. You know about Razzmatazz. You know how we gets down on Coffee Break with JN. Speaking of that, we were at Baltimore Comic Con. Was it almost 3 weeks ago? What happened? I had a fantastic time. Saw some Patronuses. If you happen to see me in person and you're part of my Patreon, I probably loaded you up with stuff. Here, take this. Here, take this. Here, take this. It's always great to see you guys. I had a great time. Oh, didn't you say that already? All right. Sorry, bro. Yeah. Who hasn't been? You know what? That's funny. To be honest, thinking about the mall. Are any of you guys going to the mall? Are any of you going to the mall? If you're going to the mall, what are you getting at the mall? I feel like the mall is such a foreign concept at this point. Like, I feel like you have to go to the mall because you need something right now. Like, you got to go to your daughter's wedding and you don't have shoes. And your wife is like, yo, when you get in this car and you need shoes and you need socks. All right. Or you have to return a candle. Or you got to go to the Pandora shop and get Shorty this bangle. Whatever. Let's talk about that. That's fun. When's the last time you guys were at the mall and what did you get if it's not too personal? El Jamal, what's up, brother? Yo, man, this almost didn't happen tonight, but thanks for coming by. I think we're gonna catch some more people just because we started kind of late. JRD says my wife takes Kidlet to the mall once a month for boba tea, bubble tea. Oh, that's sweet. That sounds like a nice little outing. Also, JRD says Target is at our local mall, so I'm there a lot, but mostly I just drive up. Wait, you like order stuff and bring it out to your car? I've never done that at a Target. Sue says, I never thought I would mail order clothes and would always go to the mall, but I never go anymore. Yo, I haven't set foot in the mall for real, in like a long time. Somebody just said something about the comic book store. Like, oh, Matt says, my local comic shop is at an outdoor mall. Like, if there's not like a thing that you go to, like your sushi spot or something that's not at the mall, like, I think the last time I was at a mall, I went to a cheesecake factory. I think it was right at the beginning of the pandemic. And you remember that period of time where like nothing was nothing was going on. And they had just started like trying oh man, it seemed like such a dark time, not like it's any better now. Or it's like you're going through your phone like, is anything open? Is anybody here? And we found out that Cheesecake Factory had food. And I'm not trying to make this a struggle chronicles, but like you just try to find some takeout. And I drove, there's no Cheesecake Factory near me, so I had to drive like 30 minutes up to the mall to this Cheesecake Factory. And I remember everybody sat in their cars with masks on and gloves on. And you could wait in the breezeway, and then the manager lady started yelling at people because there were too many people in the store. And everything was like so tense. And I remember not even enjoying the food because I was so like bugged out just being out in the world. It's just like, is this life? Adam says, I went to the mall once in the past 2 years to go to the Lego store for the kids, and I wanted to bounce the second I stepped in. It was like people were they're just chilling, socializing, way too crowded. Yo, facts. El Jamal says, my oldest 19 still goes to the mall on occasion. Yo, that magnetism is strong in teenagers, young adults. Fletch says, last time I was at the mall was in 2019, and it was a last minute Christmas Eve mad dash present finding rush. Oh, that's never fun. Adam says, the mall seemed like all stores for rich people. There wasn't one bookstore or toy store besides the Lego store. Everything else was high end crap. Like one of my favorite not great places is do they have the Brookstone? Is that the place where they have it's kind of like high end lounge items, like they have like the $5,000 recliner chair that's got the massage fingers in it, or they've got a $500,000 Bose personal CD player. Like, who's buying this stuff? El Jamal says, I went to the mall in August to take the youngest school shopping. But it's got to be just like the energy's weird too, right? I don't know. I feel like young people are just kind of, they just adapt and they wear the mask or whatever and they're fine. But we're all sketched out about everything. E, what up, E? Eric says, can't remember the last time I went to an indoor mall. Isn't this funny? I hadn't thought about that until like a couple of moments ago. But I've driven past the mall, and there seems to be plenty of cars in the parking lot. Can't remember the last time I went to an indoor mall. Still go to the B&N every few months or so at the big outdoor mall. Yeah, the big outdoor mall in my area, the Barnes & Noble's gone. I don't know where there's a Barnes & Noble in my area. The only one I still know, and maybe that's not here, I don't know if there's any other Philadelphians watching. There's a Barnes & Noble in Center City next to Rittenhouse Square. That might be the last one I know about. Matt says, I miss the days when everything was at the mall. Tower, Barnes & Noble, KB Toys. Yes. Suncoast. JRD knows about Suncoast. Now there's nothing but nail salons and army recruitment offices. Yeah, it's crazy. Bross is hitting up Lids is still in effect. Go to malls to grab blank hats from Lids. It's always too dead and depressing. Yeah, facts. But I guess somebody still has to work at the baseball cap store. Fletch says Brookstone had a battery operated nose hair trimmer, and I took the cover off to see how it cuts the hair. So it was full of other people's nose hair. No. Yo, this is like our next piss and pickle story. People are actually trimming a nose hair in the Brookstone joint. Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Sip of coffee for nose hair. Matt says, one of my favorite memories is sitting outside the clothing store where Sue's worked reading comics and waiting for her to finish her shift. Oh. That gets another one. What'd you guys think of the whole Kappa Squat thing last week? It's crazy how that was so long ago already. Wow, we're getting into the origins. Matt and I met decades ago at the Suncoast where I worked when he came in to pick up a pre-order. I thought he said a recorder. Hot cross buns. Foo, foo, foo. And the first thing out of my mouth was, hey, are you related to Michael Ringo? Wow, JRD. That's bold. What if he was like, nah? And then he just cleared a row of Back to the Future DVDs. El Jamal says, your mall sound mad depressing. Our remaining one is still vibrant despite losing Sears. Yeah, this is, I don't know. I remember watching this. I was really feeling the loss of, and this is during the beginning of the pandemic. We talked a lot about the experience of going to the video rental store. Like your Friday night hookup was make it a Blockbuster night, and even better was the mom and pop video store. And you pick Shorty up or whatever, or you come from work and you're like, yo, what do you want? You know what we're doing. You pick up that takeout, or you order the takeout, go next door to the video spot, get a couple of movies, and you're good. But that's all, that's so far gone now. And I was watching this documentary about the last video store in this town in Iowa. And they held on for as long as they could, and then they had to close, and that's where the thing started. And this video store was such a community touch point. Like people had gotten engaged from meeting people at the video store, and people had kids, and it was really sad. And it's just when this stuff dies, it's a lot more than just, oh, now I don't know where to get my Schwarzenegger movie from. It's it's a part of the neighborhood dies too. You know what I'm saying? And I never really connected to Blockbuster because I always felt like it was kind of commercialized, and it just wasn't the same vibe. But also I remember, oh, this was fantastic. This is, you want to hear some Texas diet racism? This is years ago, and I went to visit my mother who lived in Texas, and I was still fairly new to visiting there, and this, whatever. So we're just I'm just there for a week. So we wind up at the Blockbuster, and this black dude and his black mother walk in, and the guy behind the counter, there's nobody else in the store, is looking around. He's so excited. He's like, hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing tonight? Hey, buddy, how you doing? And he's fishing around on his counter. He's like, oh, got that new movie in Murder 1600, Wesley Snipes.
You like Wesley Snipes, right? Murder 1600. And he like followed me around the store with this tape. Like, bro, I don't want to see Murder 1600. I'm sure he wasn't chasing everybody else around the store for Murder 1600. But anyway, that's I still miss that. I still miss the community of the video store, or even going back a little further, like renting games from the video store. I when I one of my second job I ever had was I worked at a West Coast Video, and you get to know all the people in the neighborhood. I was still a teenager, and though I had a funky haircut, I had a box haircut with like designs and shit in the side. And you would see families come in. You got to know the families, like, oh, they always show up late. This guy always shows up right after we close, banging on the window, like, yo, let me in. Like, yo, what do you mean it's late, bro? It's late. We locked the door. Oh, you're killing me. Or this guy never rewinds his tapes, and there will always be the family that comes in and the kids always begging, "Mom, can I get a game? Can I get a game? Can I get a game?" Yes, just get out of my face. You're never going to see pictures of that. Maybe later. I have this really strong rule about not showing like mid life, early Jamar pictures, because I just think people just like to clown you. Like people's high school photos. It's like, oh my God, look, you were like young with a bad haircut. Yeah, we all were young with bad haircuts. Except my box was never bad. It was hot. I've people see my baby picture because that's funny. I got a white bucket hat on, but that's about it. Yeah, that's why I did like that movie with Mos Def and Jack Black. Yo, can you sweet this? JRD says the video store community was different but had a similar vibe as the comic shop community. Yeah, but like if your shop had movie geeks in it, like that kid who seen every horror movie ever, that was kind of fun. Like they would get to know your taste. It was like, oh, yo, Ricky, everybody's named Ricky to me. Ricky, yo, we tried this one, man. It was whack. Well, you know what? Let's try this one. And it was just such a great thing. And now we're at this place where I had two things I wanted to say. There was a throwback DVD rental place, like on the other side of Philly, like in Ardmore, which was in the city limits, kind of. And they just closed, and their whole thing was just like riding off of the nostalgia of it being a video store. And there's still people that, contrary to popular belief, there's still people that rent movies. There's still people who have, Netflix still has a DVD mail thing, right? You can still do that. People like, taking something back when you're done with it. All right, I think I'm getting away from the comments. I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, going to pick it, right? That was maybe we were simpler then, but like being out and like you get there, it's like 6 o'clock, and you're like, hey Scott, what's going on? You got those new titles in? You just missed them. Oh, what it be? Or you go there and there's like a fresh row of the new movie, and you get yours. And you're like, yes, we got it. Maybe that's simple pleasures. But then also, I think we spent more time as a family, as weird as that sound, like that, going and getting that thing and eating this food and watching this thing. And even if dad fell asleep on the couch or whatever, it was something you guys all did together, you know? Adam says, just like going to buy music at a record or C store. Oh man, I miss Tower Records so much. That's one thing I always wanted to do and I never got to do. I had two like kid dreams. I wanted to work at a record store, and I wanted to work at the Gap. I know it sounds really silly, but for some of you guys that know me a little better, I'm kind of like a fashion dude. Some people who would look at me and not think that, we can have that conversation again. But that was when I was in high school. That was like the teen job to work at the Gap. Like you were, you could get girls because you worked at the Gap. Oh, he worked at the Gap, yo. But they were being real exclusive. What I remember filling out a couple of applications, and they wouldn't even let you stay in the store. The manager lady would make you sit out on the bench out in the mall. Yeah. Sorry, we're not hiring you. Yeah, I forgot about that teen rejection of trying to get a job. Anyway, I'm sorry, Adam. Just like going to buy music at a record or CD store. Yo, y'all like CDs? Finding new music and meeting other people who like music enough to actually buy it. Yeah. Oh, no, Notorious. Melted my heart. E and I met because of Suncoast Video. I worked at the one near school. She worked at the one up here. I love it. Yeah, Art. Yo, Art, I stopped by your stream the other day. You didn't see me. You were drawing like a bunch of dudes' commissions. It's always good to see you. Swig of coffee for the man, Art Baltazar. Yo, Art, we got to go get some chicken, brother. Lead the way. Oh, Art, tell people about Wiener Circle. Does Chicagoans actually go to Wiener Circle, or is that a tourist trap? Yeah, everybody knows about the man, Art Baltazar. Oh, yeah, Art. It was good seeing you at Baltimore. Elgin Ball says Netflix by mail and also Redbox. The Redbox is like kind of come and go in my neighborhood. There's one in front of the 7-Eleven. And it's a sketch, man. Like, we were doing Redbox for a while, and you kind of had to like keep your head on a swivel when you stand, you're posted up waiting to put your movie in the thing. Have you ever seen inside a Redbox? One time I think I was just, I don't know why I was at 7-Eleven. I don't haunt 7-Elevens, but this is years ago. And it was like the middle of the day, and I don't know. I was just in a neighborhood. I don't know why I went over there. And this guy, this like tech guy, opened the case. And I don't know what I thought I'd see inside a Redbox. But, kind of like you would think like a food vending machine where there would just be like the spiral things and there'd just be the movies that are there. But then if you think about it, the way you put the movies in and you get the movies out, like they have to be going somewhere. I thought like when you put a movie back in the Redbox, it just dumps into a basket at the bottom of the thing. But this guy opened it and it almost looked like a double helix, like a DNA strand. There was kind of like a mechanism, and these things were kind of like, I'm ensorceling you, aren't I? Look at that. And all of the movies were kind of just like fed into almost like a CD changer. It was really interesting. And I sat there and talked to the guy for a minute. I mean, he probably thought I was going to rob him, but I was just like, yo, that's really interesting. He was like, yeah, right. It's kind of a funky job. Matt says we've had the same Netflix DVD on our coffee table for 6 months. And I'm sure there are people who didn't know Netflix was a CD rental service. That's how far we've gone already. More about movies. JRD says, my customers were thankfully more along the, you got to try this movie, it's amazing, road rather than I looked at that film before, it was cool crowd. Like the comics customers. That's a whole other beast. Sue says, watching movies was started with Matt. My family never had a VCR and never watched movies together. It's a culture. I mean, not like, a culture, but it's a thing. Right? So, all right, here's the last thing I'll say about the video store. Oh, wait, there's more. Yeah, man. All right, I'm just. You know I love you, Suze. You guys, it's way too good for this. Fletch says, looking through the new releases on Netflix is not as exciting as picking out a rental. Yes, 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 yes. It's almost like the DiCaprio gift. But probably takes way more time, what with all the trailers to watch. I mean, I still miss the video store. I miss just the thrill of the hunt, right? You go there, you have no idea what you're going to get. And I also never liked, because from when I worked at a video store, I hated people that would call ahead and reserve stuff. It's kind of like, okay, just like you get there and you figure it out like everybody else. But also we had strict rules about reserves, like, and it was only for like the special customers. Mr. Smith with the bad hair piece. And you had to come get your reserves by like 7:30 that night or 8 o'clock that night, or they went back into the fish tank. Because you can't hold all the good stuff and then you don't show up. You got to come get that. But yeah, it's not the same when you have like Plex or Netflix or all these streaming things. And I think what bothers me the most, and I'm sure all of you guys know people like this, who can't find anything to watch on the streaming thing. There's 1,000 movies. When you watch something, there's something to watch. But I think there's just, you like picking. You like going through it and just rooting around. I think we're all hunters at heart. No, Art, you're my hero. Art Baltazar, did you know that you're my hero? Sip of coffee for Golgo 13. Yo, got a label printer from Francis and it had a roll of Game Crazy labels in it from Hollywood Video. Yo, let me get some of those. Yo, Matt is referencing Art Baltazar, who gave an amazing speech at the Ringo Awards. Art's a class act. You don't know about Wiener Circle? Wiener Circle is kind of like a Chicago drag where, and I'm not from Chicago. Some of my best buds live in Chicago, and I've been past there, but I never went. But I know it's a place where you go and order your food, and the people there insult you, and it's kind of like a tourist trap. Where the ladies like just kind of like roasting you, making you feel insignificant. And I don't know the kind of people that enjoy that. That's always ridiculous to me. Like, hey guys, let's go to this place where this lady's going to call me out my name. That's almost like if you guys remember Dick's Last Resort. Remember those places? We used to go to Dick's Last Resort in San Diego once in a while because there was one right across the train tracks, the trolley tracks into the gas lamp district. And you go there, and the people, the gimmick is that everybody's mean to you. So, some people like that. That's what's up. Yeah, facts. Redbox is almost always at a great spot to get stuck up. Yeah, man. And then you gotta like you gotta dip your ATM card in there and just like then you like picking the thing and it goes, you need more time? Yeah. Then you get it and you just like get in your car. Or don't leave your car run while you're at the Redbox. Come on, bro. You gotta know how to move. Matt says you could also pick up a soda or some Twizzlers with your movie. That was one thing at the mom and pop video stores. The snacks weren't great, but at Blockbuster, they had lots of snacks, but then they're mad expensive. I remember going, why are these snacks so expensive? Like they had the bucket of microwave popcorn with the pack inside it, and you would take it home and make it yourself. That was like $7. It really felt like the movies. Sue says in a staff meeting today, I swear they said that 30% of the jobs people will hold in 5 to 10 years haven't been invented yet. Yo, that's crazy. Hold on, I don't know if I can find this. So I think it was Tom the Dancing Bug. They did a Richard Scarry riff on Busy Town with the animals who all had jobs, but it was like a modern day Busy Town where it's like SEO provider, content producer. Let me see if I can find that. That was really funny. Let's see if I can find that. I'll never find it, but it was really funny. It was just like a political cartoon. Oh, I found it. That's amazing. Oh, in the nib. Let me see if I can get this to go for you guys. It was really funny. My guys, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. We made this work, you guys. All right, guys. Welcome to Busy Town. Let me see if I can biggerize this a little bit. No, that's not what I wanted. All right, what's going on? Richard Scarry's 21st Century Busy Town Jobs. Helicopter parent. 1%er. 1%er service provider. Content creator. Content aggregator. Oh, no, go away. Web design complicator so that users will accidentally click on ads. Professional celebrity. Rage pundit. My favorite fart sound app maker. I'm gonna just let that sit there for a minute. That's fantastic. El Jamal says, my youngest asked me what I thought they should do for a job. My response was that I have no idea because my job, web programmer, didn't exist when I was that age. Yeah, where's Goldbug? That's funny. You'll have to go look at that yourself, but that's sharp, biting wit. You know what also is biting? You're watching Coffee Break with JN with your boy JN. Now on OT overtime. Because we started late, you get more of me in your cup. What's going on here? How did I get here? And what, where, why, and how? You get to watch cartoonist Jamar Nicholas drink this coffee and run his mouth. And when I'm out of coffee, it's a wrap. I didn't do my titles. Some call me Philly Donahue, Johnny Carson. That's a favorite. PM John. We haven't done PM John in a while. And your internet safe space. Well, hello. Thank you for joining us tonight. Means the world to me. Some of you may have forgotten that it isn't Thursday yet. Coffee mugs on sale at Notorious JRD's spread shop. So why don't you go pick up a shirt? Pick up a shirt, pick up a coffee mug, because when you're in group for life. Also, I have a Threadless store I'd never talk about. If you want to pick up some wares from my shop, check it out. Thank you. GRD, how are those sales on shirt on mugs going? Sue says to the Richard Scary thing, fart sound app maker. Matt would love that shop. That's funny. Jared D says, "Hey JN, I have a nickname for you and me if I ever co-host a show with you. Paunch and John." Like I get it, like chips. You're funny. All right, yeah, I'll give you a pass on that one. That was pretty good. Good job. So let's do a nobody caught me with a coffee check. I want to do my own coffee check. This was such a fragmented show. I feel like we saved it. I'm gonna like do some stuff that I usually do when I come in here on time. And I thought about my intro. Every week I do this. We put the full Drake. We put the Drake up, right? Started from the top. Now we here. And I put my nose in it and I go like this. Ah, yes. Yes, y'all. We didn't do that. And I'm doing it now. So I had to just get it in there. But I'm doing a self coffee check. Coffee check. All right. So we started at 100. We started at a bean on brand. Now, where are we? Oh, my heart. Denzel GIF. You guys got to slow me down with comments so I don't drink the rest of this coffee. JRD is a Thursday yet coffee breakdown on sales. No sales since that first week. All of you guys were like, "Yo, that's the most fantastic thing I ever saw. Why ain't y'all buy a mug? Come on, y'all, because JRD owes me his points. I don't want him to be in hock with me. Cop those mugs." Yo, Bill, what's up, brother? Good to see you. What are you wowing? JRD says, "You get a pass for the intro this week. You did just wake up." Yeah, for some of you that came late, I totally overslept in an accidental nap. Well, I'm here, though. I'm woke. Now you have to go film a morning constitutional. Yeah, I might have one in me. You got yours. Hurry up and get yours because I got mine. I love it. But you know what? I want to ask you guys. I know we're the faithful, the caffeines. I knew I was missing something. You know who the caffeines are. Friends of regulars, not decaf. A coffee break with JN. Well, hello. Guys, what do we do here? Is it still Thursday yet? Or are you coming a group? I need to figure that out. For you guys, let's do numbers. If you're a team, is it Thursday yet? Put the ones up. Let's see your ones. Put your ones in the reply or the comments. If you're a coming to group, let's see a 2. Put those 2s of your ones up. Rip John Winkle. That doesn't work. Oh yeah, bro. We're almost out of here. Okay, Matt is team Thursday. Okay. JRD is gonna hire me on as a consultant to figure out nicknames for his patrons. All right, you know my number. Bill coming in with group. Definitely you come in a group. Fletch is a Thursday. I don't know. It's like right down the line. I don't know. We might have to switch them up. I do love coming to group. I don't know if you guys see the graphic for the show where I've been finding these great kind of like distressed people in group. So it's not like funny because it's funny, but it's just funny on a couple of levels where the person's just like, it's okay, Susan. It's all right. JRD says, we just know it as Jamar time here in the Dean's Flat. Oh, need that shaft of light over me. That's right. When I come to you, for Tabernacle, when I come to you with an open heart and open hands, I mean no harm. I'm here to be your internet safe space. Well, hello. I can't say it tonight, but 9 o'clock EST, the greatest man alive, the Act Nicholas one. Oh yeah, 3 times dope. You turn this on, and you know that you're gonna be in a space where you're heard and you're also seen. And I can do that for you. We have a very special relationship. There's two of them. The one I had last week was a whole other lady who's just like, and then this woman was like, Francine, it's okay. You know what? We'll get through this. I know, but I just, I know, but I just. That's so messed up. But yeah, I hope no one's triggered by my group thing. But I feel like this is therapy, right? We need this. Put some pants on. You know, you gotta be decent when you come to coffee break. So let's talk about this. So I hope I had to go get I don't know if anybody has to go to the doctors, the doctors. And I got some blood work, your routine yearly thing. And I sat down. Everything's so weird now. Like you can't even go to the doctor's office and just they put you in a room and they kind of do the thing. You got to go somewhere else and wait in your car until they call you back. And then you got to scan a QR code. And so I was sitting, I'm trying to be affable. And I sit down and this overworked young lady who's putting in my information is just like, grr. And I go, hey, did you have a good Halloween? And she goes, I don't celebrate Halloween. I was like, oh, okay. I don't mean anything by it. I'm just, okay. Like it just kind of threw me off. And she kind of had that vibe like she's way over people asking her about Halloween. Like, all right, that's cool. But it seemed like this was a weird comeback. It felt like Halloween was back last week, where like people were just like, yo, we're gonna just blow it out with candy. There's kids running all over the neighborhood. It's fantastic. And even if you're not into that or you don't need to dress up and all that kind of stuff, there's something special about the crunchy leaves and kids like running through the night having fun. And it's just like it felt good for an evening to me. I wonder how you guys went and how your thing was. Usually what I hear from people is like, oh, we ain't getting no kids, or I turned my lights off and I hid under the couch until it was over. How about you guys? Bill says about the doctor's office, oh, you haven't gotten a telemedicine visit before even seeing the doctor or nurse practitioner? That's a treat. Yeah, I had one of those televisits, which is weird. It's so Back to the Future too, but I get to see them in person now. Trey, what up, Trey? You know the bull, Trey. What up, Trey? Sip of coffee for Trey. Trey says Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I feel you. And I just, in the place of everything else, I just enjoyed getting candy and just like the kids were like, in their little things, and it was cute and everybody was excited. Right. And I just hope that there's still places for kids to be kids and for you as an adult to enjoy that process. It was a great night. It was crisp. It wasn't too cold. Everybody was safe and had a fun time. And you know what I mean? And the neighbors are out and doing, it was great. It was great. And wherever you live in the middle of the city, an apartment building, I'm sure you guys have your own process. I saw this image of Steve Buscemi who dressed up as his own meme for Halloween and gave out candy in front of his Brooklyn brownstone. How are you tonight, fellow youngs? What does it say? Fellow kids. This shit was funny. Adam says, my kids love Halloween, but we went to Legoland and they dressed up and rode crazy rides because it was empty. Yo, it's like Wally World. Oh, we're closed today. The Moose should have told you. JRD says, our HOA is full of old, angry white folks. I can't wait to visit you, JRD. No Halloween. They don't do Halloween in your HOA? Yo. So we have dinner together and watch a scary movie Kidlit picks. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Bill says, kiddos lit it up like crazy when they saw the Milky Way. Oh, you gave out full bars, right? Yo, bars. That's for Adam. Yo, bars. Bill says, I wanted my place to be the one that gave out the fulls. Oh, you're that house. You know, that goes through the neighborhood really quick that there's somebody giving out full-size candy bars. Adam says, it's weird here in Cali because I miss the crisp air, the crunchy leaves. New England was prime Halloween vibe. Facts. Matt says, I usually binge horror movies every year and got mad at Suze for getting me hooked on Ted Lasso. That's great. Oh my God, Fletch, I'm not putting that on screen. But yeah, man, it's such a racket. Oh, we usually give out comics. That's nice. I gave out little sketchbooks and candy. And vampire teeth. And you know what's funny? Kids really respond to kind of like cool alternate things. I think as long as they're cool, you know, like nobody wants your pennies. But if it's like you know, I don't know, something just a little off the beaten path. I think comic books always go over well, but I've also seen kids go, what's that? That was a comic book. Right. Bill says, you never want to be the house that gives out popcorn balls or the old time candy. Yo, we're going to wrap this up, but I just had a thing on Facebook right after Halloween. There was like 150 replies, and I wanted, maybe you could do it in the chat real quick. Your top low tier candy. What's the worst Halloween candy? And it looked like candy corn won out. I personally like candy corn. I don't eat any of this stuff anymore because I'm diabetic, but I was a candy corn rider. I like candy corn. But some of the classics from that conversation were Necco wafers, those caramel things in the black and orange wrapping. You know what I'm talking about. Those things are gross. A surprising amount of people that like licorice, like Good and Plenty is like, I called it punishment candy. Yeah, harvest corn. I'll ride with you. Yeah, is that what they are, TJ? Peanut butter candies? See, come on, man. Get out of here. Oh, but you know what? I was surprised. Yeah, see, everybody woke up now for this. There are a lot of people that like licorice. No one said Whoppers. I was waiting for Whoppers to come up. The malted milk balls. Am I taking crazy pills? What is wrong with all of you people? I like Good and Fruities. You don't see those anymore because it was like, I think there was a third one. Wasn't there like a spicy candy? Because all of those things are kind of in the Mike and Ike family, right? It's kind of like a hard candy show with a chewy John in the middle. Thank you, Adam. Let's have some sanity in here. Yes, Good and Fruity, but I felt like wasn't there like a good and spicy hot tamales? Nobody does Mike and Ike's anymore. Yo, I feel like my man in Scanners. My head's going to explode. What's going on in here? You don't even see what's at the end of the bag. They just go straight in the trash. Oh, that's so funny. Trey hates candy corn Tootsie Rolls. Yo, somebody put that up in the Facebook thing. They hate Tootsie Rolls. I didn't think Tootsie Rolls was a struggle candy. What about the but this is kind of like a hood staple. What about the flavored Tootsie Rolls? Like they come in like there's like a vanilla and a couple of fruits. Punishment candy. I put a image of Good Plenty and I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I'll be good. I'll behave. Don't give me any more candy. Oh, I'm enjoying this. Yeah, a lot of hate. Yeah, the flavored Tootsie Rolls. There's a lot of hate for Almond Joys. I don't know what Almond Joys did to anybody. Yo, Trey, you missed it. I put on my Facebook wall for Castlevania 2. What a horrible night to have a curse. I do that every Halloween. Oh, Bill coming with it. Fun fact: hot tamales are rejected Mike and Ice. They just gave them a cinnamon coating. Are you for real? Yo. Yo, don't break up a my account. Yo, and this is why I talk about food, because everybody has something to say when it's food. E says, when I was 8 or 9, I ate a half a bag of candy corn, and I've never been able to get near one ever since. You kind of blew out your taste buds for that stuff. That's fantastic. I never should have taught JRD pause. He loves it. I like malted milk balls, pause. So I'll take Adam's Whoppers. So it's like either there's something that everybody hates, and then the reverse is everybody loves that. That's so funny. You guys are hilarious. Let's see what else is up here. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody also said they didn't like Three Musketeers. What? Were you not hugged as a child? I'm missing something. And see, and Adam, we used to love the popcorn balls. Everybody hates the popcorn ball. I don't know. I can't wind my watch by you people. El Jamal says, Tootsie Rolls are my go-to candy, including the flavored ones. Also Laffy Taffy and Now and Laters, especially banana. Yeah, you get all of those in the bag, bro. But there's like new versions of candy now that I'm not like. There's been new candy that's been invented since I've been an adult, like Warheads and Airheads. I don't know what that stuff is, but kids love Airheads. Sue says we call them Three Muskets ears. That's funny. Who gave you apples? They stopped that, right? That was like the beginning of cursed Halloween when people putting razor blades in the apples. Apples are heavy too. That would really mess up your weight distribution in your bag. All right, last thing about Halloween, then I'm going to get out of here. When you were a kid, or if you have kids that you sent out the door for Halloween, what is the vessel they're collecting candy in? Is it the iconic pumpkin with the handle? Because you can't really get a lot of candy in that. That's for amateurs. But it's for if you got your little peanut, and little peanut, is probably going to dump everything in the street because it's too heavy. I guess you give them the pumpkin, right? The pumpkin, the pillowcase, or like a shopping bag. Yo, for real, when I was a kid, we used to go out with trash bags, facts, like a hefty, and we was just filling it up with way too much candy. That's probably why I'm diabetic now. But we would swing for the fences. So I'd love to hear your what is your vessel? Oh, toothbrushes. Don't put a toothbrush. Pillowcase. That's right. Babies get the pumpkin. Everybody else is rocking out with the pillowcase, pillowcase, pillowcase. Yo, facts. We went out there with the hefty, hefty, hefty. Pillowcase is a sweep. We just swept the award show. That's what's up. That's so funny, you guys. Well, I hope everybody had a safe Halloween. El Jamal says, my kids always had the plastic pumpkins. We always used pillowcases because you didn't waste trash bags. See, I knew we were brothers. And we didn't have money for plastic pumpkins, yeah. Because you had to go buy that thing. Yo, we got it in. But also I asked somebody this and they didn't know what I was talking about back, growing up in the city. You would find out that the older kids would go out bag snatching. So I don't know if any of you guys know about that. And bag snatching is a activity, and it sounds exactly what it is. That the older kids would run up on the younger kids and just steal their candy, not like give me your Smarties, kid. Like I'm taking you, I'm running, you running it in. Run the jewels, run the pillowcase. You know what this is. Give it up. So I hope that you had a safe Halloween, free from bag snatchers. I think Bilbo Bag Snatchers is from the south side of the Shire. Thank you, Marshall. See, more inner city trauma. Sip of coffee for inner city trauma. Adam, see, man, we're not getting out of here. I could keep going. Oh, I almost finished the coffee. Adam says that's why you had to roll deep with a crew. Bag snatchers were no joke in the 80s. Yo, facts. El Jamal says, my cousins were 6 to 9 years older than me, and they took me out and charged me candy for protecting me from bag snatchers. No. I'm about to put you on timeout again. That's funny. Yeah, you know what? You guys, we could do a whole thing about the almost like the Stranger Things upside down of Kid World, where you had these very rosy, hazy memories of fun nights running through the crunchy leaves, or you getting terrorized, getting chased down the street by a gang of kids who are trying to steal your candy and take your sneakers. I already had a whole thing about winter in the hood, where everything was treacherous when you had kids trying to run you down with snowballs packed with glass or 9-volt batteries. Being a kid was treacherous. What did they say? Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough. That's exactly what that means, y'all. Welcome to Coffee Break with JN. Yo, run the pillowcase. You know what I mean? You know what this is, fam. I'm gonna be Bilbo Bag Snatcher for Halloween next year. Yeah, they just graduated to that. That's real. That's real rap. Yeah, yeah. There's been some really bad stories about that, or that it'd be lucky if that's all they did nowadays. Oh yeah, snowballs in the freezer. Come on, man. We had alternate realities, you guys. All right, you guys, this was fun. I'm going to go. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know we kind of saved it at the end. I appreciate you all. Um, on that note, you know what to do, Suze. Tell them to say your goodbyes, y'all, because you know what happens next. And just for the cause, I'm gonna throw in another Suze pose for you. That's a good one. All right. Thank you guys. Love you all. Thank you for you like the shaft of light. Thank you for Tabernacle. Thank you for giving of yourself, giving up your 9 to 10:35 time slot for me. You know, here it goes. Jamar nods. I love it. All right, you guys. Good night. JRD says, and then folks found out I knew the local serial killer gave for. Whoa. All right. That's enough. Good night. On that note, you've been watching Coffee Break with JN, with your boy JN, your internet safe space. Kevin Scrapple, not Kevin Bacon. How about Kevin Turkey Bacon? What happened here tonight? You got to hang out with your boy and watch me drink coffee and run my mouth. And now that I'm out of coffee, see you next week.